Welcome to Elton's retirement journey. In the previous segment, we talked about my decision to switch from the pre-tax 401k to the Roth 401k. So I did call my benefits manager and have a conversation with them about the plan. And here's the information I found out. The employer contributions that they will be making will all go into the pre-tax component of the regular 401k. They will not be putting it into the Roth. However, I left that account, that's how they're going to put the money in. They're going to put in that investment, which I am set up for a money market account in there that's growing at about 6%. Now, my Roth contributions, which I'm happy to say after three pay periods, I got $900 in there. That is all um, tax money. So, with that said, all the contributions will be going in. It'll be already taxed. I won't have to worry about the taxes on it. And I would like to term that as my principal. The gains that will grow from this account will fall under the Roth 5 year rule, which means that I must maintain this account for 5 years. After 5 years, all withdrawals will be tax free. Now, in the 401k with my employer, I can get the money out anytime. So I wanted to clear that up because I listened to my other video and I did say that you have to leave it in. You actually don't. You could take it out, but if you don't meet the 5 year rule and you have the Roth, it's going to fall under the tax at your current rate if you don't have the 5 year rule. And since I'm 62, I don't have to worry about the 10% penalty. If I was under the 59 and a half and I was trying to withdraw out of it, then I would have to pay some taxes. And I'll give you an example. Let's say I have a principal amount of $10,000. I've been putting it in for 2 years or so. If the gains are $3,000 and I take the whole 13,000 out and I am under 59 and a half, I will be subject to a 10% penalty as well. I will pay the taxes on the gains. Once I'm over 59 and a half, if I have not reached the 5 year rule, then the withdrawals on the gains will be subject to only taxes. But once I hit the 5 year rule, I'll be free and clear. All gains are going to be tax free. So for the younger people out there, this is a great way to get into investment. If you got a chunk of money and you're real young, you throw about 10 grand in there and leave it, and it grows to 30 or 40, and then all of a sudden you've already met the 5 year rule for the Roth, and you decide you want to take some of that money out, at least your principal to pay for a down payment, that would be great. That's one of the reasons why I got in because I needed to get the clock on. So over on the brokerage side, I do have two Roth IRAs. The major technology fund that I opened up 5 years, I will hit the 5 year mark September 30th. So that money I can start taking all the gains, and there's significant gains in there. It's up about 45%. So all those gains I can start taking it out. But that money is earmarked for my retirement vacations. Since I've been traveling to Asia, I have to go back and forth. It takes forever to get there. So I decided that I'll have an account set up. I can go there, relax, and move to the next city because there's about a dozen countries I want to, well, yeah, a dozen countries I want to visit, including Australia, possibly New Zealand, back to Japan, back to Vietnam, uh, Thailand, Taiwan, and possibly Malaysia. But anyway, I just wanted to clear that up. And the other thing I want to tell you about is the ADP calculator. When I was mentioning that if you need additional money, you might want to switch from single. In my case, I'm single, and this is really directed at the single people to head of household. That is under the federal. You would need to get with your payroll department, change your W 2 to file as a head of household, and that will get you a nice amount, well over $100 per month or possibly per pay period, depending on how much you make, if you run into any issues. So I wanted to go over this with you and clear up some of the facts. I did listen to my video, and there's some things that probably could come out not quite right. But as always, check with your accountants, check with your financial planners, and do your research. We're all here to help. But I thought I'd just follow up with that because it is important to know the how your benefits plan work. They usually have a PDF that's kind of like the bylaws, and in the bylaws it talks about hardship withdrawal. So a lot of the folks who are losing their jobs and trying to find other jobs would say, okay, I'm retired now. Well, you kind of are retired if you can't find another job. They're able to withdraw monies out of their 401k under the hardship. And all you have to do is follow the rules and apply for your hardship. And that's the 55-year-old rule. Once you hit the 59 and a half, then it becomes a whole lot easier to start taking your money out. So the next step is to hit 65, so I don't have to worry about Medicare because I'll qualify for that in case we have some kind of catastrophic event where I lose my job or I become disabled or something. But otherwise, 65, 67, and then we're going to set a retirement date sometime in the future. So that's about all I got for you today. Check back with me later this week. We're going to review the first 6 months in my investments and tell you what I think. Again, thanks for watching Elton's Retirement Journey.